Well, that looks like a job for brawn rather than brains, doesn't it? Leave that to you two beefcakes, eh? Me and Marty will take the bat.
Hey, Lou. None of your tricks today, all right?
Anything you say, Bruce.
Mr. Gibbs! Mr. Gibbs! Open the door, it's the police, sir!
Are you sure he's in there?
Ah, he's got his girlfriend up there. It's his regular shag pad.
Remind me to let you search under the bed.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, he had lips, but not like you and I have got them.
Can you tell us what was so different about him, Jackson?
This smile, like, without the rest of his face.
So the bloke who poisoned you three had lips with a mind of their own, yeah?
No, they were thinner than that.
That's it. Go on, put that in your picture.
Hey, it might be a bit of a joke to you, love, but she nearly died, didn't you?
They were horrible.
We were poisoned. The hospital had to pump her stomach.
It's just that if a stranger in a dinner jacket gave me a bottle of free booze, I might be a bit cagey about drinking it.
I'll remember that the next time I see you sleeping in the park, love.
Very discreet.
Mr. Gibbs, we have a warrant to search your...
Please, my ass, that could be anything.
Can you turn the alarm off, please?
Look, you know who I am, so why don't you put the sword down before you cut yourself, eh?
Use it, I'm trained. You want to test steel? Take one step further.
Hey, take it easy!
How did you know the code?
Here's my ID. Now, unless you want to be searching for that sword up a concealed entrance, I suggest you come over here and have a bloody good read.
Well, what were I supposed to think with Chalky here kicking me door in?
I told you. We've got a warrant to search your premises.
On what grounds?
How long you got? I've been watching your shop for the past 6 months.
Been looking at my shop? What, were it in the dark, son? 'Cause I never saw you.
When he smiled, like, he went dark around the eyes. No, a bit darker than that.
Nicky, love, if we go any dark, you'll have us out there looking for a panda.
There's no need to get like that with her. She's only doing her bit.
Why don't we start with his hair? I thought somebody said something about sandwiches.
You any idea how much that computer takes out of my budget? It would be cheaper to hire Walt Disney. 2 of them have got drugs problems, to my knowledge. I'm sure this story of theirs is not in terms with the truth.
Well, the hospital backs it up. They'd ingested 3 brands of prescription tranquilizers mixed with champagne. I don't think champagne's their usual tipple.
All right, so some toff gave him spiked champagne. It's a pretty sick joke, but what can we do about it? Put out an all points alert for Burlington Bertie?
We thought at least if we had a description, sir.
Aye, all right. Give him another half an hour. That's all we can do.
Well, whoever nicked this was doing the owner a big favour, eh?
So how much of this are we going to confiscate, then, Bruce? He's filed the security numbers off most of it.
Anything unusual. Anything easily ID'd. We check every item against a stolen property register. There's no way that bastard's gonna wriggle a fee up this time. OK?
Oh, that's what I love about Bruce, eh? His sense of perspective.
It's kind of wavy, you know, brushed to one side.
That's it. Bit thin on top, wispy.
Wispy or curly, love?
You're bloody useless.
Jackson, just leave her. She's upset. She's not used to all this.
You got a receipt for this, Mr. Gibbs?
No chance. It's 3-year-old. You will let me know if you find one, though, won't you?
What about the TV and video?
Got it at a car boot sale.
You've been looking at the car boot sales, haven't you, love? You don't often find a brand new telly at them, do you? Oh.
You do realise this counts as an offensive weapon, don't you?
Bit of a comedian, your mate, isn't he? Touch of the Lenny Henrys.
Oh, well, Bruce. I think we've hit the jackpot.
I don't know, maybe it's worth circulating this.
Warren, I think if somebody was walking around looking like this, he'd have been arrested already. How long does it take the average man to get over a broken romance, Tony?
Don't worry, in about 5 years' time, he'll be as right as rain. Can you tell us why you were hiding these items in the back of some gaming machine, sir?
Valuable stock. I live in fear of a break-in. Like I was trying to tell you and Chalky.
Do you find it helpful to keep reminding me I'm black, Mr. Gibbs? Are you frightened I'm going to forget or something? Or does it make you feel more comfortable about this situation, eh?
You purchased all these items at the same car boot sale last November?
That's right, in Bursthorpe.
Including the videotapes?
Yeah.
And these tapes are so valuable, they've been hidden in the back of the fruit machine since then?
I was going to give them to my girlfriend for her birthday. Didn't want her to find them.
Mr. Gibbs, these tapes have been there since last November, yeah? Can you tell us then why last Friday's Coronation Street's on this one?
I was recording all her favourite programmes for her. A presentation set.
So you'll be able to tell us what else is on them then?
Only Coronation Street so far. I just thought of the idea.
I bet you did.
Take it easy, Bruce.
Gibbs throwing you a few dummies, is he?
That man should have planning permission about the front he's putting up in there.
We haven't proved any of his gear is stolen so far, sir.
Lou, Marty, what you got?
Oh, backache and eye strain, sir. I mean, there's no serial numbers on most, and those that have don't match anything on the stolen property register.
We go through the burglary files for the last year, we'll come up with something.
Oh, are you volunteering for that, eh?
Yes.
You know, I've seen this kind of obsessive behaviour before, you know, Bruce. You get out for it.
Meaning?
If you're struggling to prove that a fencer's got stolen goods for sale in his own shop, then you are struggling, mate.
And struggle's something you're really qualified to talk about, ain't it, Warren? Whose bedclothes you're struggling to get under this week?
All right, playtime over. Just had a report of another attack on Jackson Hanley.
Twice in a week. He's not exactly Mr. Popular, is he?
Seems not. His attackers were a bit more direct this time. He's been beaten to death.
This jacket was found under the victim's head, sir.
And?
A witness reckoned it belonged to the bloke who looked after him until the ambulance arrived.
Hasn't anybody asked him?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult, sir. He did a runner.
Marty, get the tapes from the security cameras, will you? Tony, set up an incident room.
So, you were standing a few yards away, but you didn't see anything, eh?
You're saying that we did it, aren't you?
There's a subtle legal difference between being a suspect and a witness, sir.
Don't talk to me about legal. I know my rights.
Yeah? Well, have you got a license for that mouth, sir?
She didn't see anything.
Nothing. We only came across when we saw the ambulance.
Had Jackson been drinking?
He were already steaming after we left you lot this morning.
Or was he the sort to look for trouble?
Why do you think we kept out of his way?
I thought you were mates.
We weren't, right? But we didn't even like him.
Okay, Nicky.
It's not okay. Look, what are you going to do now, eh, about protecting us?
What do you mean, love?
Well, like, he came back for Jackson, you know, like picking us off.
Nicky, we don't know the attacks are connected.
I thought, like, serial killer.
Serial killers aren't all that common, Nicky. It's more likely it was random.
So this bloke that looked after the victim, witness reckons he was one of the attackers.
Could explain why he did a runner.
Didn't explain why nobody came forward when he was getting a kick in, does it?
Oh, come on, Marty. You see a tramp in a brawl, you tend to look away.
Well, they didn't look away, though, did they? They just stood there and watched. I'm surprised somebody didn't sell them deck chairs and ice creams while they were at it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks very much. No. Yeah, so, whereabouts was this? Okay. Brilliant.
Hey, that Asian bloke has just been in. He reckons one of the attackers had red hair.
3 of mine have said the same.
That's handy. I've been looking for an excuse to arrest Mick Hucknall.
Just had a second mention of a small tattoo on the other attacker's forehead.
None of these descriptions match the poisoner.
So it's just a coincidence he was attacked twice, then?
Well, it wouldn't be that surprising, Tony. The only thing Jackson was good at was making enemies.
He didn't deserve to be turned to the mess I've just seen lying on the mortuary slab. Anything on the security cameras?
Oh, nice if you like watching shoppers. There's nothing of the incident.
Any witness statements?
Well, it's all pointing to what the DOS is saying, or maybe somebody in you.
Could be why he stayed to look after him.
We're living in a service economy, Tom. The mugger might offer robbing, beating and post-assault aftercare.
That amount of violence would square with the attacker being on something.
Yeah, I want to know about anybody who's been lifted for possession of hard drugs in the last month.
Goes to the rehab centre on the cards, yeah?
Aye, first thing in the morning. Take who we can spare. Oh, listen up. Jackson won't be mourned. He won't even be missed. We're the nearest thing he's got to anybody who gives a shit. So let's give him our best efforts, OK?
Ron, I've traced a batch of gear from Gibbs's place.
Oh, excellent.
An old lady by the name of Joan Palmer got her house screwed 2 months ago for the second time in a year.
Any serial numbers?
No, but she gave a very good description of her stuff. We bring her in, she IDs the recovered gear, and we've got Gibbs splashing around in the deep end.
What about all this jewellery she lost?
No, it's going to be long gone. I'll have a buyer for that. How you fixed for having a chat with her tomorrow morning?
Well, I'd love to, Bruce, but I'm chasing witnesses on the murder.
You've not got anything planned for tea time, have you?
No, I suppose not. Coming to Lucky's.
Is Warren going to be there?
Oh, I hope so. He owes me a pint.
You talked me out of it. I'll see you tomorrow, mate.
It's him all over, Ron. He'll chew you up, spit you out and leave you begging for more.
You know what, Sally? You ought to get out more often.
Ah, look on the bright side, Warren, eh? I mean, you're not so much lost your bed as gained extra drinking time, eh?
You're a regular guru, do you know that, no? I'd go under without those pills of wisdom.
Hey, you know the best cure for heartache, Warren?
No, but I've this terrible feeling that you're going to tell me.
Good company, a gut flooded with ale, and a vindaloo that could burn a hole in your lino. Hey, look, I'm a copper. You want Marge Proops by woman's own.
Don't worry. 3 days' time, they'll have found some other poor sod to rip the piss out of.
You know, I can take the barracking. It's a sympathy I can't stomach.
Well, are we going after him then, or what?
Oh, that's a good idea, Marty, eh? Have every user in town running for cover. Remember today, these people are our friends.
You know, I don't know why we don't just bring a big white flag with us and ask them if they need any help shooting up.
We're looking for 2 men, one mid-20s, red hair, the other similar age and a small Borstal Star tattoo on his forehead. Both have serious drug problems.
What makes you assume that?
The fact they stamped on the victim's ribs even after he was dead, the fact that 80% of violent crime in this city is drug or drink related.
So why aren't you visiting the drying out clinics?
We are.
So let me get this right. If you get caught selling any gear, you get chucked off the scheme.
That's right.
Even prescription drugs?
Yeah. They said you'd be down here.
All right, what's up?
Nikki's in hospital.
Hospital?
Someone had another go at poisoning her last night.
Look, the red-haired bloke you described, there is someone who comes down here.
What's his name, love?
This just doesn't sound like the sort of thing he'd do.
Name?
Buchan. Jerry Buchan. And if he's back on the stuff, he'll be hanging about somewhere around here.
You know, I wouldn't have had you down as the cooperative type, love.
I'm thinking of him, not you, love.
Oh, well, that's handy, eh? He's left us a trail.
You know, we should just put an ad in the evening paper. Wanted red-haired junkie with blood on his boots. No time wasters.
Yeah, either that or just leave a line of smack going up to the police station, eh?
How touching that you two haven't lost your faith in human nature.
Look, for every copper that's given up booze, I'll donate a fiver to that rehab centre.
If that centre closed tomorrow, there'd be more break-ins, more muggings, more violent crime. They're doing us a favour.
Fine, so why should I pay for other people's mistakes out of my taxes?
Ah, of course, you've never made a slip-up in your life.
Never one I haven't been willing to pay for.
Would you mind taking off your hood, sir?
How do you mean?
At the top of your body, there's sort of a head arrangement. Remove the cover. Jerry Buchan, master of disguise.
This Doss has been kicked in the head. He's out cold, fell at square. He's bleeding bad.
That your voice, Jerry?
Yeah.
This jacket was found under Jackson's head. Do you recognize it?
It's mine.
So, Jerry, you phoned the ambulance and you tried to make the victim comfortable.
That's right.
Why'd you do a runner before the police arrived?
I was scared.
Because you've been in trouble with the police before. And we'd think you were in on it.
That's it.
You know, when we found him, Jackson's pockets had been turned out. That's a bit much, isn't it, Jerry? Robbing a dead man.
I was looking for some ID.
So you could tell the ambulance people?
Yes.
But then you ran off before the ambulance arrived. You want to know the secret to telling a tall story, Jerry? Always remember the truth at the heart of the tale. And the reason you're having trouble telling this one is because the truth is what you're trying to forget. Because you were there when it happened, weren't you?
I didn't kick him. I didn't do the kicking.
So, do you want to tell us who did?
I've spoken to the hospital. Nikki's been discharged. Apparently, she wasn't too keen to leave.
Don't blame her. This poisoning's got to be personal. If you're a good citizen trying to clean up the street, you don't poison the same tramp twice, do you?
You don't use poison either. It's too flash. This is someone who likes to show off.
Same story as last time?
This time they left the bottle by the railings.
Same drugs combination?
No. Tried to zero off with enough methadone and Valium to fell a rhino.
As in heroin substitute?
As in widely available at the rehab clinic.
Can't pin the murder on Jerry Buchan, so we won't be charging him without more than assault.
I thought we'd nailed him to the scene.
Yeah, we have. He's even admitted to throwing a few punches. Otherwise, all we can prove is that he phoned the ambulance.
I do like a murderer with standards.
But Buchan has given us a name. His dealer. Eamon Timmer.
Now, Eamon's got a wife, 2 kids, and a smack habit to support.
He graduated from sniffing glue to every chemical known to man. Rumour has it that ICI have shares in him.
He's also pretty handy, so we'll be paying him an early morning call, eh?
Meanwhile, there are still 150 potential eyewitnesses to track. So none of you suffering from writer's cramp.
Hey, Warren. Yeah? Can I have a word?
Yeah, you'll have to be quick though, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce. This is Mrs. Farmer.
Catch me later, Bruce, all right?
I'm afraid there's no sign of the jewellery as yet.
It's not the kind of thing they tend to hang on to, Mrs. Palmer.
Oh, this isn't mine. None of it's mine.
Well, take your time, Joan. Sometimes when you see things out of place, it doesn't look like yours.
My son marked the stations on my radio in biro, you see. And the television had a dent in the top corner. No. I'd know my own property. You just do, don't you?
Look, Joan, the reason why we want you to ID this stuff is to help us build a case against the people who make money out of doing over homes like yours.
I do realise that. And I'd like to help. But I'm sorry, I can't.
The bottle was just standing near my things. I thought Roy must have put it there.
You're not around, Roy?
I'd gone to buy some scran. I came back and found her passed out.
Nicky, is there anyone who might have taken against you down at rehab?
What do you mean?
You're a good-looking young woman. If you kick the dope, then you've more going for you than most of the burnouts down there. And maybe somebody got jealous and saved up their week's methadone.
Think it was someone I know?
Or a friend of theirs, yeah?
Will you look after us now? You've got to find us somewhere we'll be safe. You can't just bob us off this time.
Do you want to give us a hand with the teas, Roy? Nicky will have a lot of photo browsing to do, eh?
Nicky? Don't you think after what happened last time, you might have been a bit more careful about checking out where that drink came from?
I was already a bit pissed. I was scared, you know, after what had happened to Jackson.
Yeah, I can see how that would have scared you. Do daft things when we're scared, don't we?
That's right, yeah.
When all we really want is a bit of looking after.
Yeah.
So that's what this is all about.
You don't believe I was poisoned?
I believe you were the first time, yeah. But I think we both know whose methadone you took the second time.
Does Roy have to know?
I have a feeling Roy might have guessed already.
Well, how do you explain it then? All the gear matched the description John Palmer gave when our house was burgled.
And out of 1,000 other houses, Bruce.
Yeah, Tony's right, Bruce. If we'd recovered the jewellery, it'd be different.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to learn to live with the odd defeat, mate.
Oh, is that how you made Sergeant, Lou?
Yeah, that makes sense of adventure, yeah.
Hey, Warren. Can I have that word now, please? Do you mind telling me what gives you the right to take the piss out of my family?
I'm sorry, Bruce. Do you do subtitles? Because I don't follow a word of that.
You called me obsessive. Asked if it ran in the family. I don't think I don't know you're having a dig at me, Dad.
Well, it's a miracle if you did know, because I didn't. It's called office banter, Bruce.
I don't have a problem with him. All right.
Sure, I make an innocent remark. You twist it round till you find an insult for your dad. Yeah, you don't have a problem.
I don't have to answer to you.
Spoken like a man who hasn't got an answer.
Hey.
Lads, you know the rules, no love making on the dance floor. I hope you left your knuckle dusters at home for this one, Warren.
Isn't it time you were around the back of the house?
You're a constant source of amazement to me, young Warren. All those big newspapers that you read, then it turns out you're just like the rest of us. One Barney and you end up rolling around the floor of a bar with an esteemed colleague.
Just leave it, eh, Marty?
Leave it? I'm reading a book on the rematch, pal.
Those two getting any closer, you might as well have had done with it and adopt Lou.
Something tells me you're not going to win this week's Tact and Diplomacy Award.
Well, sometimes my mouth loses radio contact with my brain.
Is that what happened last night in Lucky's? Were you just looking for someone to hit?
Look, let's just get on with it, shall we? Is Eamon Timmer in, love?
He was out playing cards late last night.
Did he come back?
I'll go and see.
I think we should come with you.
Yeah, dear Slewin.
Hey!
He's not come out of these ones we've just seen him.
Well, go on, he's not armed. Find him. At least I don't think he was armed.
Oh, stop it, you two. Stop it. Come here. Come here. Stop it or you're in trouble. Martha, behave.
Sorry, love. Warren.
Bloody police dog. He's probably fallen asleep under a tree in there. In my next life, I'm coming back with 4 legs and bad breath.
Marty, shh.
Come on, Eamon, we know you're in there. Jack, get that dog up, call him off! Bastard! Get up! Call that dog off! Get off! Jack! Push off! Murder bastards! I'll stuff the both of you!
You have a problem with authority figures, sir.
Hey! You took your bloody time, didn't you?
Ah, smile, Lewis. Not as though it's the first time you had a dog on your arm, is it? The tape will make a beeping sound for 10 seconds, then the interview will begin.
I killed Jackson Hanley. I did it. And I'll kill every tosser in this room.
Is your name Eamon Timmer?
For the purposes of the tape, can you confirm that you're present?
Could Mr. Timmer's legal representative confirm that Mr. Timmer is present?
I cannot confirm or deny if my client is in the room.
So we busted him for drugs, sir?
We'd have to release him if we did, and we don't want that. Buchan's already got bail. If we cut Timmer loose, it just gives the pair of them a chance to cook up another story. They could both walk.
Well, so that's the going punishment for killing a tramp, then, is it? An afternoon in the police station and 3 cups of dodgy tea.
Do you think Timber would be up for an ID parade, sir?
Aye, all right, Tony, set it up. Lou, Martin, go and tell his solicitor. Well, what are you waiting for? An AA route map and fine weather?
Lads.
Bruce, you're in late. You've been planning your world title fight.
No, I've been checking on the last time John Palmer got burgled.
Oh, aye.
She took out an insurance claim for all her belongings, including her jewellery.
So?
So, I rang the insurers, and they said the first time she went away and her house got robbed, she'd taken her jewellery with her. Even took out a special policy to cover it.
But the next time, she just left it in the flat.
And then claimed it all in full on her insurance. I think our Joe might be due a bit of community liaison, don't you?
I'll get my coat.
If you think you see the man involved in the attack, just tell me his number, I'll write it down. If you don't see him, just say so, don't make a guess. Shouldn't be too bloody hard. He had a tattoo in the middle of his forehead.
It's not quite as straightforward as that, sir.
What's all this? What are you doing? It's the law, sir. Any distinguishing features have to be covered up.
So just to make it more fun, like?
You just take a look, sir.
Number 3.
Okay.
How's it going?
Yep, full house so far. 3 witnesses, 3 positive IDs.
Lucky bastards. Not luck, Warren, just good police work. Anybody got any cases they want sorted before tea time?
All right, cancel the celebrations. I have just been told by Tim's solicitor that his client has an alibi.
An alibi? It's a bit late for that, isn't it?
So come on then, boss, let's have it. Where does he reckon he was?
Stripping down a stolen car. That's why he hadn't told us until now.
1994 red Mercedes, 190E, handcrafted, leather seats.
What time do you reckon you nicked it?
Lunchtime, Thursday. Check with me, mate. I'll give you his name.
So you brought it straight here, eh?
I'll check his story with the neighbours.
Well, her next door's a bit deaf, Tony.
And did you strip it down straight away?
Worked on it till midnight. Alloy wheels, you see. We had a cash buyer.
So it took a bright lad like you 8 hours to strip down a stolen car.
I'm a craftsman. You'd not believe the problems we had removing them front wings.
You care to tell us where you were 6 o'clock Thursday evening?
6 o'clock, we're probably just taking the seats out, Marty.
Well, a friend of yours swears you were involved in the attack on Jackson Hanley.
Well, I can hardly be in 2 places at once, can I?
The amount of drugs you take, anything's possible.
You gonna charge me with a car theft or what?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't believe you did it.
Did any of the neighbours positively ID Timmer?
2 men, mid-20s, casually dressed was the best they could come up with. We're gonna have to throw the bastard back, aren't we?
Spoken like a true fisher of men, Tony.
Well, we've still got the ID parade on our side and Buchan's testimony.
Buchan was involved in the crime. His testimony on its own counts for shit. No forensics connect Timmer to the scene, and he's got a credible alibi.
We could get hold of the bloke who really stripped the car down.
And why should he confess if we do? Timmer's given him a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Which leaves us his gear and his money.
Give us a look at that, Warren.
Bonus day come early, has it, dear Sloan?
We trace every new note by its serial number. Ring the banks. They keep a record of every new batch issued and where. Cash machines, pay packets, supermarkets.
Is there any purpose to this, or are we just killing time?
The bloke's a dealer. We know where he operates. If any of these notes were issued close to Fellows Square on Thursday, then Timmer's going to have to explain how they ended up in his pocket when he says he was nowhere near.
It's a bit of a long shot, though, isn't it?
Oh, well, we could all give up and just take his stash, eh? We're not having the likes of Timmer shitting on us.
You know, if I was someone who had my house robbed twice in the last year, I think I might be very upset. Wouldn't you, Ron?
I'd be angry, too.
Angry. That's it. And I might get to thinking, well, I'm the honest one here, and the world seems to be punishing me.
I mean, I've worked all my life. Now I'm getting by on a pension, and for what? So some nasty villain can come in and trample over everything I hold dear.
And I might start to think, maybe I'm being a fool, to be honest. Maybe I might be tempted to put in an insurance claim that had, you know, 1 or 2 items on it that hadn't actually gone missing.
Like, for instance, a jewellery box with all my jewellery inside.
At least then I'd have made a few bob on the insurance for all this pain and stress that I'd been put through.
Couldn't go wrong, really, could it? Unless some nosy copper actually found my belongings.
Well, then I'd have a choice. I could deny the stuff was mine and stand by the false claim.
Or I could come clean and maybe get the police to help me write a letter of explanation to the insurance company.
I think I might have been mistaken. About the jewellery. I think it might have been with me, after all. I get forgetful.
Of course you do, love. We all get forgetful.
I'll arrange for someone to keep an eye on your shop while you're inside, shall I, Mr. Gibbs? I know how concerned you are about crime.
I need something to read.
No problem, Mr. Gibbs. There you go. Take them with you. You should just about have them finished by the time you get out. Hey.
If I didn't know you better, I'd say you enjoyed that.
Me? I'm only interested in justice, mate.
What are you doing in the police force?
Oh, I enjoy the camaraderie. Especially the barroom brawls.
What was all that about, then?
Ignorance.
Of what?
What it cost me to get here.
What about other witnesses?
And statements read like Chinese whispers. According to them, the attackers were bald, black, long blonde hair, and could have been Asian.
Cheers. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Any luck?
Could say that.
Well, give us a look, then. Well, the bank reckoned that the notes in Timmer's pocket were in a batch that went out in a pay delivery to Beckham's furniture warehouses on Thursday afternoon.
Anywhere near the city centre?
Well, there's 3 branches within walking distance, boss.
All right, we'll do a round of the shops, talk to the wages clerks, see if you can trace the notes to an individual wage packet.
Sir, if this employee was robbed or mugged by Timmer on Thursday tea time, why haven't they come forward?
Well, that's why I thought I could ask them, sir.
All right, split the warehouses. Do it quick and all. I can't hold on to Timmer forever.
Those notes were in the pay packet of our junior supervisor, Miss Faye Marsh.
You are sure, are you? You can trace individual notes?
Well, when the bank delivers them in numbered bundles, it's not exactly challenging.
Miss Marsh, you're around right now, is she?
You know, I didn't even know we were missing it.
Faye, did you cut through Fellows Square on Thursday night?
No. I went through the market, getting something for tea.
What time was this, love?
I finished here at 5:30, so it was soon after that.
And when you were down in the market, did you give any money to any of the beggars down there?
You remember dropping your purse? Anybody pushing against you, jostling you?
Nothing like that.
Did you, see this man at all?
No.
Faye, this man's a drugs dealer that hangs around in Fellows Square. Now, we found your money in his possession. So if you weren't robbed, how did it get there?
Maybe he got it in his change.
From a market trader. When he was shopping for his weekly vegetables. Before he went home to his wife after a hard day dealing crack. There's something about that scenario that doesn't quite convince me, Faye.
I don't know how it got there.
You think this is a bit loud?
Well, it depends what you're trying to say about yourself. What image you're trying to project to the social worker.
Good parent. Responsible, but not dull. Fun, but not dangerous.
I should go over the green, then. Red's associated with instability, revolutions, bloodshed. Man United.
Marty. We've charged one bloke with assault, Faye. Did you know that?
No. No, I didn't.
Only that's not enough because there was 2 blokes involved, you see.
That's why Jackson died, because it was 2 on 1.
Why are you telling me this? If I could help you.
12 hours from now, Jackson Hanley's murderer could be released without charge.
You can't say who actually did it. I thought you had scientists and that. Something that could help you.
Well, there were shoe prints all over the victim's rib cage. Unfortunately, without the shoes.
Faye. Come on, you might have to wear a uniform and pretend you're interested in three-piece suites, but you're a young woman, eh? I mean, who cares if you drop in here at the weekend or take a bit of blow? We don't.
My boss?
What we care about is the fact that some lowlife can kill a daft old tramp, then just walk away as if he's done no more than wipe some shit from his shoe.
That's what bothers us. I think it bothers you as well, eh?
He didn't even come back with the dope. Just ripped me off.
We did. Was it this bloke? And what time was this, Faye?
About 25 to 6, just after I left work. I just like a smoke at weekends, that's all.
You sure it was this bloke?
I'd swear to it.
Oh, well, that's good, because you might have to.
All right, Warren.
Yeah, fine. Just blown my girlfriend out and had to fend off attacks from her workmates. Things can be better, really.
Look. Last night, I think maybe things might have got a bit out of hand.
Oh, no, Bruce. If things had got out of hand, you wouldn't be standing there now, mate.
All right. So you're holding back, were you? That explains it.
Explains what?
How I landed so many blows.
Well, I felt guilty, you know. I thought I'd let you get in a couple of shots for free.
Guilty? So you admit you were wrong, then?
Yeah, okay. I was wrong. Nothing's wrong with you, man.
I still don't get it, Eamon.
What?
I mean, a bloke in your trade. I understand you want to kill someone as part of your business strategy, eh? Like a rival dealer or bad payer. But Jackson Hanley, all that bloke ever did was get pissed and quote the Bible at the top of his voice.
He wouldn't get out my way.
Well, run that by me again.
Every time I were down there doing business, he wouldn't get out my way.
Yeah, but you're a young bloke. One shove and he would have moved soon enough.
It's not the point. You should have moved when I said. Otherwise, I ask you, where's the respect?
Come on, it's simple. You legalise the soft drugs and the crime around the drug scene drops, and we don't have to waste our time going out on raids to pick up a pound of hash and a bit of whiz.
Spoken like a man with no kids.
Oh, well, so you think we've got drugs under control now, Ron? Oh, you think we're winning?
All right, so this is your answer to the crime wave and all, then, is it, Bennett? If we're losing, we just change the law. No, brilliant. Yeah, burglary, murder, rape, we just make them all legal.
Hey, presto, down come the crime figures.
Yeah, you tell them, Tony, you've got an ounce more morality than average.
Well, there are heroin users who get it on prescription. They hold down jobs, keep their families together. They don't go around kicking people to death.
Oh, very touching to know that while some old dear is waiting for a hip replacement, some bugger smack's getting paid for off the NHS.
Good one, Luke.
Warren, get that sergeant a drink. Get this one while you're at it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I must have done something right. Eric nearly smiled at me.
No, he'd have just had something caught in his tash, is all.
Nice. We find the evidence, Lou grabs the glory.
Well, maybe we're just not the glory type, saying Rebecca.
Come on, Warren, no one's asking you to wear a paper hat. You've got to grab what enjoyment you can in this job, you know that.
Any other woman has said that to me, and I thought it was a come-on.
But what if any other woman said, I've got a bottle of wine at home, and I don't want to drink it alone?
I'd tell her that the timing was way out.
Look, I realise I'm probably the last person you want to talk to about Lucy, but I'm happy to listen.
If I'd known it was pity that turned you on, I'd have played the victim for you a long time ago.